Anyway, where did we leave off? Oh yeah, what do you call it? The O'Rourke and the Ted Cruz debate. Can they be any more polar opposite? Like,
No,
really?
no. They're too close to the same for me. Would you like to know why?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because if I was in O'Rourke's shoes,
Yeah.
I would have took that motherfucker to task. I would have started off with, I don't care what you say. I believe in Texas. And a man in Texas don't let nobody from New York talk about his wife.
No. Oh yeah.
Parents.
He said that.
Let me finish. I would hammer that point home. I'd be like, if you'd like, I can take off my man shirt and show you my spine.
Oh
shit! Bet you don't have one, and I would hammer that point down. And then when he says, you know what, I want to put my ego aside and work with Trump for the betterment of Texas, I would argue that if you're not willing to stand up on your morals and your values, I know you're not standing up for mine. So don't you pretend like you're being the good guy. You're being a coward. You know he's a liar. You said it yourself. And I would hammer that home. And then he'd have some other funny thing. He says that old dude says he wants to get rid of the Second Amendment. I again would argue, if you'd like, I have $10,000 that say I'm a better shot than you, Ted Cruz.
Oh, yeah.
And I will give it to any charity you want. I will let you pick the weapon, and we'll go to the range, and we'll try to make money to donate to the relief effort in
the hurricane and shit.
I mean, and what you call it. But you know what? I know you won't do that because you have no spine.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, put your money on the line. Otherwise, don't tell me anything about protecting Second Amendment because you're not going to outshoot me. I don't even think you know what a gun really looks like. Oh, I got a gun, then bring it. Let's go down to the range and find out who's more manly, who can shoot their gun. I would have argued like that he takes money. I would say, look, you take money from the NRA and you sell my children and the children of Texas out when you do that.
Damn.
So if you want to talk to me about Second Amendment, first stop taking money from the NRA. Otherwise, again, you're spineless and you can't even sit at the same table with me.
Yeah. I would also hammer the point, like how can a Canadian know about Texas? And like he hit him on, I think he might have hit him on like a lot of points where when he signed in, he wasn't even in Texas or whatever when he took his oath. Like he so disrespected that state so much. And what I would do is I would try to outspeak Spanish in front of him because he's such a fucking sellout or whatever. So such a pretender that he would be conflicted on whether he would speak Spanish publicly or not.
No, he's faking white.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a light-skinned
he's Cuban.
Hispanic.
Yeah, I know.
And that's another thing I would do. I would call him Rodolfo or Roberto. I wouldn't call him Ted.
Yeah,
and another thing, Roberto.
But I think what's fucked up is like O'Rourke he's kind of doing the same shit too, or he went with a different name before, so he really can't use that too much on him.
Well, no, they said that he's always been what was it, Beto or whatever he is?
Beto, yeah.
Yeah. They have a picture of him being like 6 years old or whatever, with a shirt on that says Beto on it.
Yeah.
Like that's evidence that how you gonna dispute that? Would you gonna say that they made this picture up? I mean, they could.
They would,
but this is an actual picture that they had on the news where he's like, where somebody was like, no, he's been Beto his whole life. Now Ted became Ted was really Roberto until he started running for office, and he became Ted.
Mm-hmm. And like
You
the names aren't even close. Like he could have used the fucking name Ralph. He could have been Ralph Cruz or some shit, like local working man. But nah, he's Ted. He had to just go the extra fucking mile with it.
Yeah. He's Cruz is accusing him of a thing he knows he did. Trump, Ted's like, I did that, so and I knew I was wrong when I did it, so maybe I'll take you to task for it. I'll beat you to the punch. And O'Rourke doesn't, like, I think it takes a certain type of person to be a politician, because like I said, I would have took him to the task. I would have checked him every time he lied. I wouldn't even wait for myself. I'd be like, you need to stop lying.
Yeah.
And the narrators or whoever would be like, please let him speak. Not if he's gonna lie. Spineless Ted over there is not going to lie about me. Not on TV.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too Texas for that.
Yeah. I always string that home. And
I would beat that cowboy thing the whole way. I'd be like, Ted Cruz probably don't even know what boots are. Talk about he get in his truck and go down to the school, and all the people said that they don't want gun control. What are you talking about, Ted? You sat there and talked to them about stuff like that while their kids were being shot?
Oh shit!
What kind of animal are you? And then ask him, can you repeat that story?
No.
Let me see if he changes it.
Yeah.
And B, better not change it, because I'd be like, yep, the liar changes his story. It'd be controversy all day, every day.
Yeah, and like he is so hard to like too, and the like I think they said that Jason Hogg or that one kid who was like the anti gun kid or whatever, that he raised money to fight against Ted Cruz's cause by putting billboards of Trump talking shit about Ted Cruz, like from the primary and shit. Like so he got fucked over so bad. He's getting attacked by so many different angles and shit. And like his attack against like this guy just made him look more cooler to kids and shit. Like where they show him in the rock band and shit. Everyone's like, oh man, this guy's the cool rock and roll fucking candidate and shit. So that shit just backfired in his fucking face.
I also wondered how it is that Texas could keep voting for Ted Cruz, but I heard the O'Rourke guy and the thing say something that I never really thought about. He says that Texas has the lowest voting average of anywhere in the United States.
Oh, goddamn.
50 of the 50 states.
Shit.
So Ted Cruz has been winning by the Republicans just coming out and voting Republican. If there is a legitimate number of people that show up to the polls, I think that Ted Cruz loses.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that
Ted Cruz has to pull everything out of his ass. Like a lot of polls show him running neck and neck, but like I saw a good like perspective on it. They should say that Ted Cruz is still winning. That way, it could get people to come out more. Because if it shows that O'Rourke is pulling ahead, a lot of people are going to get complacent and not go out and vote.
That works the other way around, also.
Mm-hmm.
If the Republicans think that O'Rourke is going to win, they're not going to waste their time going to vote.
Oh shit!
You know, so yeah, it's not good or bad. It has a zero-sum game. The thing about it is that I think that Texas, if the things are, if everybody is still as excited about this election come November as they are right now, I think that a lot of Republicans end up getting out of office.
Yeah.
A lot more than they know.
Yeah.
Particularly because the Republicans are winning because of low voter turnout.
Mm.
You know, I mean, one might argue that there's more Republicans, and so more Republicans will show up if there's an increase in voters. But I don't think that's the case. I think that like that the Parkland shooting.
Yeah.
Was that Florida?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, that right there, I think that's going to swing the vote in favor of the Democrats in Florida.
What do you call it? Anywhere that a border touches, except for maybe Arizona, they're going to lose seats in because of that whole, like, Trump had fucked up so bad. And that's partly Sessions' fault for letting him do that shit. But they don't know how badly that children locked in cages shit hurt them. So anywhere where a border touches, or where they adopt, like, immigrants or whatever, immigrant children, you could consider those seats lost.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is that, see, the Republicans, it's not that they're going to go and vote Democrat. They're simply not going to show up for the Republican.
Yeah.
And that's where the Democrats will end up winning. Only a few more Democrats will show up, which generally is enough to make it a tight race.
Mm-hmm.
But the Republicans, if the Democrats can link Trump's caging of kids with that Republican person, then they have an easy win. Because, I mean, like me, I'd play dirty. I'd have a kid in a cage.
Oh, yeah.
With just a blank face.
Of course.
And right where the blank face is, it would say, imagine if this was your kid.
Yeah. And then, like, make the eyes blue or some cheap shit like that.
Yeah.
Real quick, because I don't know how much longer, or how much, like, how much videotape I'm going to have in this recording. I can save, like, the Russian conspiracy, the Russian-Israel conspiracy shit for later, because that's, like, way too complicated and I can burn these.
Oh, we can stop it. I'd like to hear your Russian thing, if you have tape or time or whatever.
Before I get to that, I just, like, want to bring up, like, do you know about the election or the primaries in New York or wherever, where that chick from Sex and the City was running? Did you hear about how badly she lost? Like, there's no way in fucking hell she could have lost that badly. I call shenanigans on that shit like a motherfucker. And the fucking dude was talking mad shit to her afterwards. So fuck Chris Cuomo. I almost want the fucking Republican to win because I hate that motherfucker so badly for how he won. Like, everything looks so suspicious about that shit. Like, all the rigged election shit Trump would talk about. That's the kind of shit right there. Because, like, that woman, she was a super progressive, and she was talking about shit that progressives would talk about. She had a big movement behind her. She would not lose that fucking badly. So there's, like, shenanigans like a motherfucker going on with that. So, Chris Cuomo, you can suck a fucking dick. Like, I don't care if you're a Democrat, you got that D in your name, you can get one in your fucking mouth, you fucking little faggot. So that's I say Chris Cuomo, but I'm probably using the wrong one. But the reporter can suck one too, because his bitch ass don't know how to argue with people either. He just run in circles. And for him fucking flexing up on Ortezio Carrasco or whatever the fuck her name is, our local communist. You're supposed to be on the, like, on this side, bitch ass motherfucker. But all right. Back to let's go to the Russian thing. I just wanted to point that out and get that on fucking record. What do you call it? I noticed that Jimmy Dore. Have you been keeping track of Jimmy Dore? He used to be on the Young Turks, but, like, he just, like, flipped on him slowly. He's turning away from the Democratic Party. I mean, he kind of always was, but, like, I think he's talking himself out of the party because he's finding all these facts and shit, and he only, like, questions everything the Democrats do. So
real quickly, you're talking about Andrew Cuomo, right?
Yeah. Andrew Cuomo.
Okay.
Andrew Cuomo, faggot ass too. But more Andrew Cuomo, like what he did in his going about business.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know Cynthia Nixon got her ass whooped that bad.
Yeah. So that's suspect to me.
Well, the thing about it is that, I mean, I don't know Andrew Cuomo. I don't think I like him anyway. But when somebody wins by 10 points, the other person lost by 20 points. So an example being, if he'd gotten 10% more than she did, she would actually be at 30% and he'd be at 60. So it would look like she got a third the amount of votes that he got.
Yeah.
So like I'm looking at this, it says it has him at 63% and her at 22%. So
yeah.
I'm sure there were other people that made up the remaining 5% or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if you subtract the people that made the 5%, he got, like to get 50%, she would have still lost to him 45 to 50%. But he got 10% more than she did, and he's a known person.
Yeah.
It's like Hillary Clinton or somebody, Andrew Cuomo's been mayor for, I don't know, or governor, whatever the fuck, for a long time. So he has name recognition, and that could give him 5 points, you know?
Yeah, but also, she's got name recognition, too. But I think what it is, one, she looks crazy. Two, the average voter didn't even bother to listen to her, what she's bringing to the table and what she was talking about. So, that they're just thinking like, oh, this crazy celebrity from Sex and the City wants to be mayor over our trusted guy who's been here for so long. So I guess there's that. But nah, man, she had a rabid following, dude. Like, I just think she lost way too bad on that shit.
Oh, you thought it should have been way closer?
Yeah, at least a little bit closer.
It may very well have been some small bullshit. Because that nigga he looked Jewy to me.
Yeah, in New York.
I'm just joking about that. But he don't. A lot of people think Andrew Cuomo is like a closeted Republican.
Oh yeah. See, and that's another thing.
At best, he's a watered down Democrat. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that I'd seen her talk one time, and I thought that she had a lot of fire to her.
Yeah. Probably a lot of crazy might have got mixed in it, because when she first started, she sucked. But like as she got better over like months, she had it like tight. She had it real good, like on her talking points and shit, and how to say and how to answer people.
Have you seen that commercial sometimes comes on between like a TYT thing where they show Ocasio-Cortez?
Yeah.
They ask a question completely unrelated, and she looks like she's dumbfounded. Where they're like,
that's absolutely Photoshop. I mean, edited.
It's an obvious editing.
Yeah.
But if you're a Republican, man, that suits your belly good.
Mm-hmm.
But let me hear about this conspiracy now.
Anyway, like I was saying, with Jimmy Dore, he seemed like he was, part of Russia or whatever. And I just assumed he was part of Israel, but I forgot that he was Irish and not Jewish. But money's money. I was watching this other woman that used to work for RT, and like she's a free agent now or whatever, but like she became a crazy conspiracy theorist. But she brought up a lot of good points, and she's always fair. Can't remember her fucking name, but
is she the one that walked off the set?
Maybe I'm not quite sure if that was her or not, but like she's been making the rounds. But I think like the ones who are younger and more. The ones who could slowly chip away at Democrats to make them go at least independent, because like you say, you don't need them to vote Republican, you just need them to not vote Democrat. So I think Israel or Russia, or if they're in cahoots or whatever, are
they're in cahoots.
Yeah, they have their own little people. In fact, Ben Shapiro has been caught. Like he's actually. actual fucking agent. Like they paid this motherfucker to write certain like op-eds and shit. Cause like I used to follow him when he was neutral, and like I hated his style, but he was always fair. But these past like year and a half, he's been really, really to the right. I'm like, wait a second, bro. Like you weren't like this. You would have, you would try to be intellectually honest at the very least. But now he just like said, fuck that. This is how it is, and that's how I'm doing business, and I'll figure it out
That's
later.
that's how the Owens girl is. She used to be a diehard Democrat.
Yeah, but man, fuck that bitch. She's like too obvious that, but she looks pretty and sounds smart when she does it. So I at least like that. Cousin, she's our cousin. We're gonna spread that lie.
No, like with her and Shapiro. First, I don't like any of the points they make because they bang on neutral. They don't bang on this is right. They'll tell you at least we can have a debate about this.
Yeah.
I may think you're wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
no, nigga, express your position. You think that I'm wrong? Why? Why, nigga? Why do you think I'm wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Give me some legitimate insight as to your position on my the fallacy of my assertion. But no, it never happens. When the bald dude was interviewing what's the face Owen.
Oh, you saw that one? The Joe Rogan one? Did you watch the whole thing or just the
I watched a couple of clips.
Oh, okay. You saw the friggin' what do you call it? Climate change one though, right?
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna bring
Oh
up.
man, she fucked up big time. Like Joe had already decided he was gonna like flip it on him because he likes flipping it on him on the like last 30 minutes to keep the show entertaining. But like she just was unprepared like a motherfucker for that shit. Like, and then her explanation was almost a perfect explanation to why she shouldn't be against it. Where she's like, I've seen research, I've seen videos that like it's like if that's the case, then all these scientist videos should convince you otherwise.
Yeah, what I thought about her argument versus his argument, and that's what I was going to bring up, is that she first argues that I lack the intellectual prowess and curiosity to make an informed position.
Oh yeah?
And so he argues then you should not say you're against climate change. You should say that I reserve my opinion until I have more evidence. She argues, well, I'm not the person you should listen to. And when she makes that argument, I agree with her.
Yeah.
But I also know that she is bought and paid for by the Republican whatever.
Man, her fucking boyfriend. Her fucking boyfriend, man. Sammy, I can't remember that one white dude she's always around, and her fucking sponsor or fucking handler or whatever. But
she is paid just like Shapiro is paid to be a picture of a minority that promotes white ideals.
Yeah. Oh, well, I gotta point out though, Shapiro, like, he's self-owned, but he's a fucking sell out. So he's setting out his thing. Her thing is she's straight up paid. Like, those opinions of hers, like, somebody is paying her for that shit. I follow her on Twitter. Like 90% of her opinions are race. And then she'll be the first one to say, why do black people always bring up race? It's like, you're black and you're always bringing up race. It's almost like somebody is paying you to do this. Because, like, all the, like, black, speakers or talkers or whatever, like, they eventually stop talking about race and then they start talking about other shit. She never stops talking about race. So she's guilty of everything she says that they're guilty of.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, back to the my Jewish Spygate thing. I say Sam. No, not Sam Steiner. What's the fucking name? Kyle Kalinske. He's probably one. I mean, come on, man, Kalinske. But like he's cool. I love what he says all the time. But pretty much, if you don't buy into the Russian thing and you're trying to discredit it, to me, you're a spy. Like that just gives me suspicion, and then I'm going to find reasons to make you a spy in my mind. And like they just seem like they're getting paid to not go with the flow and shit, not go with the narrative, because there's money in saying that, you know, in spreading the Russian thing. Even if you don't believe it, just put it in the title of your video and then disprove it. But these motherfuckers, like, they try to bring it up as little as possible. Even in the Helsinki thing, I would think that they would bring it up and discredit it. No, these motherfuckers don't even talk about that shit until maybe a few weeks later. So they're getting fucking marching orders. And, you know, I just assume they're Jewish because, well, you know how I am. Yeah, I mean, you know how these bankers are. By the way, bankers is a new code word for Jew.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's how it... Ooh, you saw Roy Moore's wife, right?
Oh, fuck yeah, I love that. I think I made one of my best memes or that shit. Where she goes, and he's a Jew, and her fucking mouth is all stretched out and shit. But
And you know what else? He's a Jew.
it's like, bitch, you just fucking, like, put more dirt on this motherfucker's already buried coffin. And the most fucked up part about that is, before that, they were talking about how Roy Moore had chose a black guy to be on his committee or whatever, or he'd like given a black guy a job. So her saying that just fucking discredit his whole race relations that he was fucking building and shit. Yeah, Francis, and I think you're a spy too. Now that I see you constantly trying to have me bring up the subject, but hey, man, do what you gotta do for that money, bro. All right, man. Oh, go on. Say one more point.
What'd you say?
I was gonna say, you were about to say something.
Oh, no, I can save my point some other time.
Yeah,
I know you're probably tired.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for contributing, and hopefully this shit gets monetized. But they never get views, so.
That's all right.
All right.
Just type on why we hate Jews.
Oh no, yeah. No. Well, why we hate bankers? Why the bankers plan to take over the country? Well, why the bankers run Hollywood? Yeah.
Trump?
Huh?
Do you name it Trump?
Oh yeah. All right, man.
All right, man.
Peace.